This is an indispensable piece of equipment for any knife maker. It's a specially designed knife maker's kiln. Very accurate way of heat treating your tall steel blanks. Very controllable. The tall steel is brought up to temperature very evenly. They're in the kiln now, which is just beginning to start off. Starting temperature 7 degrees. What the kiln will do, it will climb to its first target temperature of 500 degrees centigrade and sit at that temperature for 10 minutes to allow the blades to normalise and to equalise at that temperature. It's called preheating. And then they will then climb up to about 830 835 degrees centigrade and again sit at that temperature for a period of time to allow temperature to equalise again, at which point they'll individually be removed and quenched in the vegetable oil, and that will then harden them. So whilst the kiln's doing that, it's time for me to go and make a cup of tea. Well, the blades now reach target temperature. They've been sitting in that heat now for 10 minutes or so, so they're well equalised all the way through now. So it's time to quench them in the oil, taking them out one at a time. Carefully. So there's the 4 blades just languishing in that oil now. Let them become thoroughly cool, and then I'll take them out, clean them off, and then they're back in the kiln for heat treats, tempering. I find not easy on the back when you're standing in front of the grinder, so I sit down now. Well guys, as you can see, I'm sitting down on the job. I find that if I sit down, I can look at the angle of the grind and get some pretty amazing grinds now. But also the key factor is that I'm comfortable and I'm relaxed, and when you're in that state you can really give it your best concentration, and I thoroughly enjoy you know, when things go right, when you learn your craft and you know the ways to do it. I'm getting there now. I really enjoy what I do, and it's just nice to know that I'm turning out a good quality product as well. I've just finished the grinding on a smoother belt, but now's the time to pass a supercritical eye over the edges. I'm looking for balance of the grind, even both sides, so I'm looking for the same sort of height. I'm looking for evenness of plunge line, so I want the plunge lines to come in and be symmetrical, and I'm also looking for evenness of the tip, so it meets in the middle and it's not ground to one side or the other. It's got to be symmetrical. I've already checked these, I know they're all up to the grade. And finally I'm looking for finish on the bevel to make sure that I've removed all the marks left from the previous grit belt, and now it's just necessary to strop the blades to achieve a razor's edge on all of those. The last thing I do before I put the logo on, give the knives a brushed finish. I do this by hand. I haven't found a better way of doing it. It's a bit laborious. The brushed finish, quite a good robust finish. Well, here they are, all with their logos etched on now. So I just got to select one of these knives for Chris. I wonder which one I will select, Chris. Will it be that one, that one, that one, or that one? You have 5 seconds to make your choice. Correct. That will be your knife. Let's go and put the handles on it now. Well, there's the component pieces for Chris Deacon's knife. We got oak. These would be the oak scales, and he wants red fibre liners. Something to do with the navy, I think, oak and red. Anyway, that's what he wants. I've already glued the fibre liners on using Gorilla Glue, which gives a very good bond, waterproof bond as well. These are the pins. That's the lanyard tube. Notice it's already been roughened up. That will go in there. and then those two will go in there like that. So let's get them drill the holes out. Notice how the two pins locate, and then I know where to drill for the next hole. Take it nice and steady. Two, three. It's not a marking. Where to cut. And that's the scale. Over to the bandsaw. That's where the handles are going to end. Next stage is to sand the actual bevels on the front of the handle profile. I always check the machines because the actual guides, scales on the guides aren't accurate. So first of all I'm going to just square off that front face. Squares the front face off there, and then I'm going to put the bevel on. So that bevels the front. You can't do that when the scales are on the knife, you've got to do it before. Right, that's now degreased. The surface has been keyed up, so that's ready now for assembly.